How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Borderlands 3 video. I'm your host, Rising Oblivion here, guys. We're going to be going over the most recent Borderlands 3 patch. Came out yesterday, so this is the first actual real full-on patch, meaning you actually have to download it on your system and everything else. So it's a full-on patch. So it has some stuff here for console, mostly console, like overall stability and fixes and stuff like that, but we also have some PC specific stuff. In case you guys are wondering about that, there's a couple things in PC that's really broken. They have nerfed some guns, but we're going to go over all of this here in today's episode, guys. So let's go over performance right away. So this is PC only, it's PC stuff only, so it might not matter to you, but PC only. So there's been some performance and updates, obviously. So reduce the amount of texture streaming that was occurred while aiming down sights. So you'd aim down sights and all of a sudden the frames would drop. I did see a lot of people complaining about that. I'm glad they fixed something like that, because that could be really annoying, because you aim down sights and all of a sudden it's like low frames, so your shots might miss. I could see that being a big problem. Addresses a reported concern where certain users with a lot of people on their friends list saw more frequent hitching. Not 100% sure what that is. I think it just means like kind of lagginess. Implementing general stability improvements. So this is basically their way of saying, oh, we just fixed minor stuff. It's stability. So let's go on over here to general fixes and improvements. So I think this applies to everything, because this is more like balancing and like tweaking stuff. So this applies, to, pretty much everything here. So addresses a reported issue where kilovolt shield storm attack does not disable the tiles around kilovolt, resulting in the entire floor being activated. Yes, I've seen this happen a lot, where it would literally just show the tiles there, but it would shock like everything, and you'd get hurt. It's like, but I wasn't even in the zone where I was supposed to be getting hurt at. So you can see there at the end it says oops. So obviously they didn't mean that for that to happen, so that probably just kind of slipped in there real quick. Address a potential progress blocker in the mission footsteps of the giants. Don't know exactly what that means, kind of vague, so that could be anything. Addresses a reported issue where guardian rank had the potential to become non-functional, and or the player could potentially lose guardian rank tokens into the negatives. Couple of my friends have seen this, where the actual guardian rank was like negative like 30. It was really strange. Basically, the guardian rank just didn't work, or they would go negative. I don't think they did a lot of beta testing on this, because you'd have to be level 50 to get to the guardian rank and stuff like that. But it's cool they got this fixed. They got this fixed, relatively early within the game's release, I guess. But yeah, I saw a lot of people having issues with this, so I'm glad that they got this fixed, especially this, because the people who are getting guardian rank are the people who have grinded all the way to the end. So that's like the real hardcore players. So it's good that they're getting their fixes, pretty early on. Modified vending machine, so it will sort items by rarity. I've seen this too. I thought it was strange. I had to go like it was just kind of random rarity. Now it's been done by rarity, like the other games typically did, I think, or at least Borderlands 1 didn't. But I think Borderlands 2 and I think the other games, it would show rarity, and the item of the day was the highest rarity. But I guess they fixed that because it wasn't like that before. Console FOV is now set to 75 by default. This will not affect players who have already started the game. So if you already started the game and you have your FOV at 100, it'll just keep it at 100. Because I think the default was 100 before, now they lowered it. So if you start a new game now, it'll be at 75. I'm guessing that has to do with like frame rate and lagginess when moving around and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know. I turned mine up. I'm playing on PS4 Pro, so that might be why it's a little bit better. But still, it's a Borderlands game. There's a couple, buffing issues. I turned mine up to like I think 100, 110, something like that. I just kept it there. Don't ever go max. If you go max, you're just asking for lag. It's kind of like, gonna happen. Special prompts for a particle text, TDR guns, critical immune are now properly localized. So when you shoot with TDR guns, it would not say critical or immune whenever shooting them. So now it actually says critical or immune. I mean, that's a good improvement. Addresses a reported concern that certain players experience where their vehicle boost could be continued until the next map. That hasn't happened to me, but I could see that being kind of whack. Addressed a reported concern with the porcelain pipe bomb where it set off multiple explosions while colliding with objects. I've seen a couple people talk about this. I do not have that. I think I don't have that anyway, or I might, and I just haven't used it. But I've seen a lot of people talking about that. It looks so. I'm glad that that's fixed, or they changed it anyway. Now, the grenade was never meant to explode multiple times. All enemies in the Borderlands universe are now safe from being instantly melted by radioactive poop. Good to know. Good to know. Moving on over, let's talk about the UI. Adjust a verbiage. yeah, verbiage of the left stick and right stick inside the Russian localized version of the control option screen. I guess you just screw over the Russian version for some reason. Addressed a reported issue where certain users experience a failure of the auto to play while spending skill points in the UI. I think that has happened to me before because listening to one and it just randomly cut off. The text is now correctly marked invalid when you enter an invalid email address on the shipped account creation page. What did it say before? Did you just say valid or something like that? Or it might not have said anything. Just a reported issue where the item of the day card would flash briefly before displaying on vending machines. I've seen that. I thought that was intentional. Huh. I thought that was intentional. Like it's showing, oh, hey, here's the item of the day. Huh. Okay. I'm glad that's not a thing because it usually caused lag whenever it would like flash real quick. But yeah, it's cool they did that. Just a reported concern that certain players were served an unread email icon when they didn't have an email to read. I don't know if that's happened to me or not. Iron Bear button prompts will now correctly update if you rebind your controls. Cool. Modify various features and elements in Crazy Earl's store. I need to check this out because I'm not 100% sure what exactly they're talking about that. I think it might be sorted things out a little bit better. I'm not too sure. Just a reported issue where subtitles wouldn't display until after the initial cutscene. That's kind of crappy. I've not had that happen to me, but yeah, that's kind of whack. Okay, let's see here. Addressed a concern with certain item preview images were failing to load inside the player bank. I did not know that. Oh, there's another one. Addressed an issue experienced by certain players that social notifications could become stuck on screen. That hasn't happened to me, but that would suck. So here's a PC only one. Addressed an issue reported by certain PC players where the focus from the mouse's last normal location was sticking around even when playing with a gamepad. Yeah, that would suck, wouldn't it? Addressed an issue reported by certain players where the cursor would snap to an unintended location in the UI. Okay. I mean, I'm glad they're fixing all these things. Makes sense. Split screen and other online multiplayer. Whoops, my bad. Just a concern reported by certain players that a dialogue's volume faded too low before switching to echo during split screen gameplay. I think I've experienced this, but it wasn't even split screen where like it would get super low. I couldn't hear them, and then boom, then it would switch to the echo. Because if you walk so far away from somebody while they're talking, it will switch to a echo instead. Like you'll hear them over the echo. But, the further away you get from somebody, obviously you hear them less and less. So it got to a certain point where then the echo would turn on. But you get so far away, you'd actually miss out on what they were saying because it got so quiet. I'm glad they fixed that. Hopefully it's fixed for single player as well. It says split screen gameplay. Hopefully it's just fixed in general, though. Addressed a concern reporting by certain players that the sounds were quiet or missing from second split screen player if they moved too far from the player one. That's kind of weird. Just a concern reported by certain players that player 3 groups were having trouble matchmaking with an additional solo player. I had just flat out matchmaking issues the first day anyway. I could not join anything. I have not tried it since, but just flat out I couldn't join anything then. But yeah, that's strange. Hopefully that's fixed. Addressed a reported concern experienced by certain players that in split screen, one player's sprinting animation could interrupt by another player opening the echo menu. That would suck. That would be so trolly if that happened. Addressed a concern reported by certain players that in split screen where one player's aim down sights could be interrupted by another player's opening echo menu. That sucks, dude. You couldn't run or ADS the whole time. Man, that's terrible. But again, these are obviously not constant, they're occasional, but yeah. Addressed a handful of reported client replication issues. Addressed Tina's pizza bomb so it displays correctly for clients. Modified certain audio elements that were reported looping for clients. Addressed a reported player concern so the guardian skill dead man's hand now functions properly. So that's one of the guardian rank things. I'm pretty sure is what that is. I'm not too sure what it means by now functions properly. If it just didn't function at all, or only function like maybe halfway, I don't know. Player icons are now pinned to the side of the minimap when playing in any kind of multiplayer. Huh. That's cool. I like that actually because they didn't have those there. And yeah, you can just read the the names of your teammates, but now that the icon's there, you can probably glance at it a little faster this time now, and it's not as big of a deal. I guess that's just quality of life there. You just have to. You don't have to read as fast, but Yeah, this update should be on, guys. If you connect to the internet, obviously it should happen. So if you are playing split screen, it looks like you need this update. You do this update. 2 or 3 players, it looked like you really need to have this. Another thing I would recommend, guys, if you do start up a new game, check your FOV because it is now 75 by default. I like to play a little bit of a wider screen, so I crank it up to usually like 100, 110 or something like that whenever I play games. But yeah, now it's automatically by console set to 75, so you want to crank it up, especially on PC. It's probably still at 100 by default, so it's nothing to worry about there. But that's gonna be it for this little Borderlands 3 patch update thing. I'll keep you guys updated on more patch fixes. It doesn't look like we have any actual date of when we'll get another one. Last week, or a couple days ago, I made a video about the patch we had last week, which was a hotfix. It warned us, it kind of told us about this patch coming up, which is this is technically the first major patch. The hot patches are something that are quick, and we're probably not going to get tons of updates on them. They're probably just going to happen frequently without us hardly even knowing about them, but they're going to fix minor things. But this is the first big one, which requires a download because it actually fixes a lot of issues. So this update is live, guys. So that's going to be the end of this video. Please like, comment, subscribe for more content. If you want your Borderlands news, always come here, guys. But that's going to be the end of this video. Thank you all for watching.